All right, guys. Today we are gonna be reacting to she divorces her husband of 25 years and instantly regrets it, guys. Let's jump in, guys. Let's see what's going on.
Just came over and broke up with me. When I met him in March, I came back to life. I got my confidence back. I played, I laughed. The hardest thing for me is that he just committed like 3 weeks ago and told me that he considers me his girlfriend and has told everybody else. And so what did I do? I put him right back on Facebook and paraded him in front of everybody. Like, here's my guy.
This guy has game. That's what it was.
So, as much as I know it's the right thing, like my mind knows it's the right thing, my heart hurts.
Welcome back, family. These modern women just cannot cease to amaze me. Today, we are reviewing this 52-year-old woman who divorced her husband of 25 years 6 years ago because she thought that she was becoming better than him. Let's start by reviewing the real reason she left her ex-husband. And this will illustrate how women usually mishandle success, money, and power.
Let's answer this question. Can I ask, how do you think it got to that point, if you don't mind answering? She's referring to the video I made where I talk about my husband of 25 years sitting me down and telling me at a Mexican restaurant that he was only in our marriage for our daughter, essentially saying he didn't love me anymore, which I therefore left and started over again with our daughter. So how did it get to that point? You know, it's very interesting that you ask this because I've been making videos about older women dating younger men. And it's funny because I think that age actually did hurt us in our marriage. I was 21 and he was 31 when we got together. I had a 2-month-old baby and he had a couple kids actually from a previous marriage. And I was still living with my parents.
already a messed up situation. Already a messed up situation. But let's keep listening.
Very much, even though neither one of us had anything, neither of us had any money. We didn't have literally anything. That part was very equal. He was still 10 years older and was very much the boss, controlled the finances, made all the decisions, when we were going to live together, when we were going to get married. He was the decision maker in all of those cases. And I didn't really have enough confidence to make my own decisions at that time. What happened though was we got together and I started really helping him build a business that he had a license for, but really wasn't doing anything in. So I applied all of my marketing to his business. The business took off. Between my marketing and his sales, we skyrocketed. We made $1 million our first year. We were the #1 catering company in all of Las Vegas for decades. It was a really big deal. But what happened was, as that time went on, I started establishing myself. I started building my own confidence, my own identity. Eventually, we wound up getting into real estate, and I became a teacher, trainer, and started coaching and speaking on real estate and on marketing. And then that turned into me speaking about affiliate marketing and making 6 figures as an affiliate marketer. And then I'm on the stages and I'm writing books and I'm doing things like that. And as I climbed that social ladder,
My ego got in the way. That's the social ladder they're talking about. Her ego got into her head.
know, whatever you want to call it, I think he struggled. And I'll be really honest with you, he didn't change. He didn't change at all. I don't think in the entire 25 years he ever changed. He was the same guy he was when we met, and that was a problem. Because when you marry a 21-year-old girl that has not grown into the woman she's going to be yet, you're kind of asking for trouble unless you're going to grow with her. And you know, if one person grows and the other one stays in the same spot, then one is probably gonna go a different direction. And I'm not saying I was better than, I'm not saying anything to do with that. I'm saying we grew in different directions. I grew up in that marriage. I grew up. And then I didn't want to ask for allowance. I didn't want to ask for money. I didn't want him to make all the decisions anymore. I started standing up for myself and saying, this is what I want our life to look like. I didn't feel safe in a lot of the decisions he made. And it concerned me. And so I wanted to be more involved with the finances. I wanted to be more involved with our investments. And there was so much push and pull then because for so long.
So now she wanted to be the man of the relationship. You see what I'm saying? She got into her head and all of a sudden now she want to make her decision at the house. You guy that got married and divorced from her, you dodged a bullet, my guy.
He was just the
You dodged a
boss.
bullet.
And, you know, a man's ego doesn't do so well when the woman becomes too strong. And I did become too alpha. I did become too bossy and domineering. I think I just a fear for losing everything, which I won't go into those details, but we had some issues in there. I didn't trust the situation. I'm like, I need to take over. I need to protect us and keep us safe. And that, what does that do? That makes me less feminine. It makes me less attractive. And I'm not saying it was his fault. I'm not saying it was my fault. I'm just saying when you start off with that much of an age gap, somebody's going to probably grow in a different direction than the other one. So that's just my honest answer.
Sure.
First of all, it's impossible that her ex-husband was still the same guy for the whole 25 years of marriage. She said it herself that they started from nothing and made a couple of millions later on in life. What she is really saying is that their businesses started to do well. And eventually, she had more opportunities and power. And in her head, that automatically translated to thinking that she can now do whatever she wants, wherever she wants, and totally undermining the authority of her ex-husband that led her to being successful in the first place. Moreover, after deciding to leave her ex-husband and realizing that men her age are more interested in younger women, she tries now to convince men that she brings more to the table than younger women. Check it out.
I am 52 years old today. This is 52.
She doesn't get it. I mean, and it's true what they say. They say that female, even at her age, they're all trying to fight for the same man. She doesn't get it. She don't want to get it. She thinks that 52 years old, she can still compete with a 24-year-old or 21-year-old female.
I turned off the filters. I'm outside. I am on my patio in the sun, but there are no filters. This is 52. All of it imperfections. Got a little bit more of the lines, the wrinkles. Skin is not perfect. A little more wrinkles around the neck, right? This is 52. I am not upset about being 52, and I think that I'm in many ways younger, feeling, looking energy than I was 10 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago in some ways. And yes, I come on here on TikTok and talk about dating, and I put on filters. You know those filters that give you like a little bit of an eyelash, or they soften these imperfections in our face. They give us a little bit of that glow, maybe high.
And just to remind you guys, that's not for guys. That's to compete between females. That's only to compete between females, not guys.
Some of the lines and wrinkles,
we can tell.
I don't know. We all kind of do it just to soften things up. Today I thought, you know what, it is my birthday. I'm 52 years old. I'm just going to come on here, darn it, and be here in reality. This is what it is. And 52 in the dating scene is hard. It is hard. We're constantly taking a look around and looking at the younger girls. But I'll tell you, the truth is, when I was in my 20s and dating, I was as insecure as I am in my 50s and dating. And in our 50s, we come to the table with a lot more experience, a lot more to offer somebody else. Yes, there's often more baggage that comes with that too. You know, even though I'm in a very free place in my life, my kids are grown, I don't need anybody else financially, I've got a nice, beautiful house that I built, not my ex-husband, I built it after the divorce. But I still feel like I have baggage too, because emotional triggers and whatnot that we have when we're in a new relationship. So nobody is free from that type of thing. But being 52 out there in the dating scene it's scary, it's messy, it's complicated, all of those things. But I don't really think it's probably that much different than what the younger people are going through.
There we go.
It's hard for anybody being out there. But anyway, I just thought I'd pop on here. It's my birthday, 52 years old, single, out there dating, having a good time, sharing with you guys all the stories, and let's just see where it goes from here.
No, ma'am, you had your family and you decided to destroy it because of your own selfishness. Now all you are good for is a pump and dump. Guys, before the sweet tears of regrets and rejection,
and she's trying to do all the stuff like, man.
Watch how excited she was when she found her Chad and thought that Chad was going to commit to her.
At 47 years old, after 25 years married, I found myself divorced. You guys, I thought it was over. I remember sitting on my floor just crying, saying, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm too old to do this again. I'm too old now to fall in love and find the love of my life, because how much time are we going to have left, right? Now, some of you are going to say 47 is so young, but to me, it felt like life was over. And to be honest with you, even into my 50s, I bought my own house. My kids went off to college when I was 50. And then one day I happened to be looking across the...
Why buying a house if none of your kids are going to have it? You think about this. Why having a house? I mean, they don't even understand why a house is important. They don't understand it. They don't understand. They just buy it because they want to buy it.
Bar and saw a guy, and I asked my friends, who is that? And they said, we don't know, but we'll find out. Little did I know they were actually approaching him. I didn't realize that was happening until it was already happening. Right now, I can tell you that for the first time in my life, since my divorce, I feel alive again. And it has really made me realize that I'm 52 now, and I feel great. I'm out having fun. I'm dancing, I'm dating, I'm singing, I'm playing, I'm traveling. I'm doing all those things, and I have freedom to do it. So if you think your life is over at 50, take it from me. It's not over.
Now, let's see how long it took Chad to finally get rid of her.
Well, I've been honest about the dating journey up until now, so why change? So the guy I've been dating for 8 months just came over and broke up with me. Honestly, I'm going to say that I knew it was coming. I mean, we've had some ons and offs and aren't really compatible in the long run. But that doesn't mean it hurts any less. After 8 months, that's a long time. The hardest thing for me is that he just committed like 3 weeks ago and told me that he considers me his girlfriend and has told everybody else.
That's called game. That's called game. What he did was game, because she was probably doing like a baiting switch, and he was trying to give her a little bit of what she wanted, so she will come around, and then he will just back off as soon as he got what he wanted. That's game.
And so what did I do? I put him right back on Facebook and paraded him in front of everybody. Like, here's my guy. So, as much as I know it's the right thing, like my mind knows it's the right thing, my heart hurts. And those of you that are in the dating scene, you know how this feels. To think about, well, but here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to say. I had the time of my life this year. And when I met him in March, I came back to life. I got my confidence back. I played. I laughed.
That means that you never had confidence. Confidence doesn't come from external sources. It's come from inner sources. You never had confidence, and you still don't have confidence. You look at you breaking down in front of a camera. You don't have confidence. Confident people don't do that, because when confident people are really met when things are in a bad spot. That's how you know whether or not you're confident. Because if you're a confident person, you know this is just a state, something that will just glass over. That at the end you will feel much better. But see, you said that you got your confidence back. Confident back from where? Does that mean that you never had confidence?
I camped, I ate sushi, I did things I've never done before. I ran barefoot through the sprinklers and into the cold waters camping and peed behind a tree. All the things that I swore I'd never do. I don't have any regrets at all. And now I feel like it's time for me to go play. I want to be single. I want to go play. I want to have fun.
There you go, trauma, more trauma.
I probably want to date.
Because putting more trauma, this is how they think. Putting more trauma in a trauma somehow will fix it. That's why a female tried to just sleep with 100 guys. Now she's trying to sleep with 1,000 guys, because somehow that will relieve the trauma. Somehow, guys, somehow it will.
Date multiple people and find out
This is crazy
who I
stuff,
really
I'm telling
want
you.
after all that time. You know, I was married 25 years. So since I was 21 years old, I was married. I don't know really what I want in life, you know, as a partner. Maybe I don't even want a partner. Maybe I want to just go have fun, flirt around, date a little, just have a good time. I don't have to. We're not required to settle down. And if something happens and the right person in the right frame of mind comes along, great. This guy had kids, entanglements with an ex-wife, didn't want to make me public on Facebook. And I have had issues with that from day one. It's time to release it, let it go, let him.
You were married for 25 years. Nobody wants to commit to you. You're not even secure for the long term. Like,
go, let him move on. It stings, and I know I'm gonna miss him, but that's what it's all about, right?
I guess so.
This is a 52-year-old woman who still doesn't know what she wants in her own love life. And honestly, I am not surprised, because in my opinion, women are usually self-destructive when they are left at their own devices. That is why women have always been sheltered and led since the beginnings of time. This doesn't mean that men have always wanted to oppress women. It just means that men have always wanted to protect women so that their lives can be as smooth as possible, because they are much more vulnerable than men in the wild. But when a woman decides to be unruly and independent from you, it's time to say adios.
Very good. Let me know what you guys see in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next one.